She wanted to travel across America. She wanted to inspire people. She wanted to build a life filled with adventure, freedom, and unforgettable memories. Millions of people watched her journey through social media. Her smile looked genuine. Her relationship seemed perfect. Everything appeared exactly the way people dreamed their lives could be. But behind those carefully edited photos and beautiful landscapes, something was terribly wrong. One simple road trip would soon become one of the most shocking true crime cases in recent American history, a case that would capture the attention of millions around the world, a case that would expose the dark reality hiding behind a seemingly perfect relationship. This is the story of Gabby Petito. Before we begin, if you enjoy true crime documentaries based on real investigations, consider subscribing to Crime Mati Show. Now, let's begin. Gabrielle Venora Petito was born on March 19, 1999, in Blue Point, New York. Friends described her as kind, creative, and full of positive energy. She loved photography. She loved art. She dreamed about seeing the world. Like many young people, Gabby wanted more than an ordinary life. She wanted freedom. She wanted adventure. She wanted to document every moment through photos and videos. In 2019, she became engaged to Brian Laundrie. The couple shared similar interests. They loved nature. They enjoyed hiking, camping, and traveling together. At least, that's what everyone believed. By the summer of 2021, they decided to leave everything behind and begin a cross-country road trip across the United States. Their white Ford Transit van would become both their home and eventually the center of one of America's biggest investigations. The couple planned to visit national parks, document their journey on YouTube, and inspire others to follow their dreams. On social media, everything looked perfect. Beautiful sunsets, mountain landscapes, smiling selfies, happy videos. Thousands of people admired their lifestyle. But social media only showed one side of the story. Behind the camera, their relationship was beginning to fall apart. Small arguments slowly became bigger. Stress continued to build, and before long, people around them would begin noticing that something wasn't right. No one could have imagined that this dream vacation would end in tragedy. In July of 2021, Gabby and Brian officially began their cross-country journey. They converted a white Ford Transit van into a small home on wheels. Inside, there was a bed, a tiny kitchen, storage for clothes, and everything they believed they would need for months on the road. Their goal was simple: travel across America, visit national parks, film their adventures, and grow their YouTube channel. For Gabby, this wasn't just a vacation, it was her dream. She spent hours filming beautiful scenery, editing videos, and posting photographs for her followers. Each new destination looked like another chapter of a perfect love story, but reality was becoming very different. According to witnesses, the couple argued more often than people realized. Small disagreements quickly turned into emotional confrontations. As they traveled farther from home, the tension between them continued to grow. Then, on August 12, 2021, everything changed. A 911 caller contacted police in Moab, Utah. The caller reported seeing a man slapping a woman outside a restaurant. Police soon located the couple's van. Body camera footage captured what happened next. Gabby appeared extremely emotional. She was crying, breathing heavily, and struggling to explain what had happened. Brian, on the other hand,
appeared calm. He told officers they had simply argued. Gabby blamed herself. She said she suffered from anxiety and admitted they had both become frustrated. After speaking with both of them, police decided not to arrest anyone. Instead, they separated the couple for one night. Brian stayed in a hotel. Gabby remained with the van. To the officers, it looked like a relationship under stress. Nothing more. No one standing there that day could have imagined they were witnessing one of the final moments Gabby would ever be seen alive. The body camera footage would later become one of the most important pieces of evidence in the entire investigation. At the time, it seemed like just another domestic dispute. In reality, it was the beginning of a tragedy that would soon shock the entire world.
After the incident in Moab, the journey continued. At least, that's what it looked like from the outside. Gabby kept posting photos, beautiful mountains, peaceful lakes, perfect sunsets. To everyone watching online, nothing seemed unusual, but investigators would later discover those final days were filled with uncertainty. On August 25th, Gabby spoke with her mother for what would become one of the last confirmed conversations. Everything sounded normal. She mentioned visiting Grand Teton National Park. She seemed excited. There was no obvious sign that anything terrible was about to happen. Then, the messages suddenly became less frequent. Family members noticed something had changed. The texts no longer sounded like Gabby. Some were unusually short. Others felt completely out of character. Her mother later said she immediately felt that something wasn't right. Meanwhile, witnesses continued reporting sightings of the couple. Some described seeing arguments. Others remembered uncomfortable interactions. Each new witness statement would later become another piece of the investigation. Then came August 27th. This would become the last day Gabby was believed to be alive. Several witnesses reported seeing Brian alone or acting strangely near the area where the couple had been camping. One witness claimed to have seen Brian behaving nervously. Another remembered him trying to hitchhike while strangely telling people that he had been camping by himself. At the time, none of these encounters seemed important, but after Gabby disappeared, every small detail suddenly mattered. Hours turned into days. Days turned into silence. Gabby's family waited for another phone call, another message, anything. Nothing came. No one knew it yet, but the dream road trip had already come to an end, and one question would soon capture the attention of the entire country. Where was Gabby Petito on September 1st, 2021? Brian Laundrie arrived back at his parents' home in Northport, Florida, but there was one shocking detail. Gabby wasn't with him. The white Ford Transit van was back. Brian was back, but Gabby had completely disappeared. Instead of contacting Gabby's family, Brian remained silent. He refused to explain where she was. He refused to answer questions. Days passed. Gabby's parents became increasingly worried. They repeatedly tried calling, sending text messages, and reaching out through friends. There was no response. As the silence continued, their fear grew stronger. On September 11th, after nearly 2 weeks without hearing from Gabby, her family officially reported her missing. The case immediately attracted national attention. Detectives traveled to Brian's home, hoping to speak with the last person known to have seen Gabby alive, but Brian refused to cooperate. Instead, his family handed investigators
the contact information for their attorney. No interview, no explanation, no answers. For investigators, this changed everything. Brian was no longer just a witness. He instantly became the central focus of the investigation. News channels across America began covering the story. Millions of people followed every update. Social media exploded with theories. How could someone return home, driving his fiancée's van, without reporting her missing? Why had nobody heard from Gabby? And most importantly, where was she? As pressure continued to build, the FBI officially joined the investigation. A massive search operation was launched. Search teams, helicopters, drones, and federal agents began searching areas connected to the couple's final known location. The race against time had officially begun, but investigators still had no idea that the most heartbreaking discovery was only days away.
As the investigation intensified, the search for Gabby became one of the largest missing person cases in recent American history. The FBI worked alongside local law enforcement. Search teams combed through miles of rugged terrain in Grand Teton National Park. Helicopters searched from above. Drones scanned remote campsites. Volunteers joined the effort, hoping to find even the smallest clue. Across the country, millions of people followed every update. Social media users analyzed photos, maps, and videos from Gabby's road trip. Some even searched their own vacation footage, looking for anything investigators might have missed. Then, an unexpected breakthrough changed everything. A family of travel vloggers reviewed footage they had recorded while driving through Grand Teton National Park. As they watched the video, they noticed something unusual. Parked near a remote camping area was a white Ford Transit van, the same van Gabby and Brian had been traveling in. The footage was immediately turned over to investigators. Within hours, search teams focused on that exact location. On September 19, 2021, investigators made a heartbreaking discovery. Human remains were found in a remote area of the park. Soon afterward, the FBI confirmed what Gabby's family had feared. The remains belonged to Gabby Petito. The entire nation mourned. What had begun as a missing person investigation had now become a homicide case. The medical examiner later determined that Gabby died from manual strangulation. The manner of death was ruled a homicide. Investigators now had one question left to answer. Where was Brian Laundrie? Because by the time Gabby's body was found, Brian himself had disappeared without a trace. While the FBI searched for answers, Brian Laundrie vanished. On September 17, 2021, his parents reported that he had left home several days earlier, saying he was going hiking in the Carlton Reserve, a vast wilderness in Florida. He never returned. Now, the investigation had changed once again. The man believed to be the last person to see Gabby alive was missing. The FBI launched a nationwide manhunt. Federal agents, local police, K-9 units, boats, helicopters, and drones searched thousands of acres of swampland. Television helicopters broadcast the search live. News channels covered every development. Millions of Americans watched, waiting for answers. Speculations spread rapidly across social media. Some believed Brian had escaped the country. Others thought someone was helping him hide. Every rumor, every possible sighting was investigated. Weeks passed, but Brian was nowhere to be found. Then, on October 20th, 2021, his parents guided investigators to an area inside the Carlton Reserve that had recently reopened after floodwaters receded. Within a short time, investigators made another major discovery.
human remains were found. Nearby, they recovered a backpack, a notebook, and several personal belongings. Dental records later confirmed the remains belonged to Brian Laundrie. The nationwide search was over, but one important question remained. What had happened during those final days? The answer was hidden inside Brian's notebook.
After Brian's remains were identified, investigators examined everything found at the scene. Among the recovered items, one piece of evidence stood above all the others: a notebook. Inside, Brian had written several pages describing what happened. According to investigators, the notebook contained a confession. Brian claimed that Gabby had been seriously injured after an accident near a river. He wrote that she was in unbearable pain and that he decided to end her life, believing it was an act of mercy. But investigators found no evidence supporting that version of events. The medical examiner had already reached a very different conclusion. Gabby Petito died from manual strangulation. Her death was officially ruled a homicide. Brian never faced trial. He never answered investigators' questions. And because of that, many questions about the final moments of Gabby's life may never be fully answered. For Gabby's family, the notebook did not bring peace. No written confession could undo what had happened. No explanation could bring their daughter back. In February 2022, the FBI officially announced its findings. Investigators concluded that Brian Laundrie was responsible for Gabby Petito's death. With Brian deceased, the criminal investigation came to an end, but the story did not. Gabby's case changed the way millions of people looked at relationships, social media, and domestic violence. It reminded the world that behind carefully edited photos, perfect smiles, and beautiful vacations, a very different reality can exist. Sometimes, the happiest pictures hide the darkest secrets. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy real true crime documentaries based on official investigations, don't forget to subscribe to Crime Matty Show. See you in the next case. The Gabby Petito case became more than just another criminal investigation. It became a reminder that appearances can be deceiving. Millions of people followed Gabby's journey online. They saw breathtaking landscapes, happy moments, and what looked like the perfect relationship. But no photo and no video revealed the pain she was experiencing behind the scenes. The story sparked worldwide conversations about domestic violence, healthy relationships, and the importance of recognizing warning signs before it's too late. Today, Gabby's family continues to honor her memory through the Gabby Petito Foundation. Their mission is to support organizations that help locate missing persons, assist victims of domestic violence, and educate communities about preventing future tragedies. Although this case has officially been closed, its impact continues to be felt around the world. Gabby's dream was to inspire people through travel. Instead, her story became a powerful reminder that every missing person deserves to be found, every victim deserves justice, and every warning sign should be taken seriously. If this documentary helped you understand the case, please consider supporting the channel by subscribing to Crime Matty Show. Your support helps us continue creating detailed true crime documentaries based on real investigations. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next case.